Good morning, everyone. It's a new day for me, maybe not for you, but it is for me. And today I really want to talk about my morning routine and show you guys my morning routine and just kind of film like a quick little how I've been spending my mornings, because I've really recently been trying to focus on making my mornings count and really focus on setting up my day with a good morning. I recently read The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and I have read this book before, but I wanted to read it again because I really wanted to create a really good morning routine, because I just realized that I feel so much more productive throughout the entire day when I get up and I just do my morning routine, and I have an actual morning routine where I am working out and I am, getting that movement in that my body needs and drinking water. And I feel like more recently I've just been in the habit of rolling out of bed and going to work, or rolling out of bed and going about my day, rather than really taking the time to enjoy my morning. So I've been waking up around 5, some days 6, some days are harder to get out of bed than others, but I've really been just trying to focus on making my morning meaningful. And I thought that I would share with you guys how I've been making my mornings count, how I've been spending my mornings, what I've been doing in the morning to really just make my day more productive. And hopefully some of these things will help, and I'm just wanted to share in case any of you are having the same struggle, or you're thinking about waking up in a little earlier and starting your morning, whatever time you choose to do that at. But I just think spending a little bit of extra time in the morning really helps set your day up for success. So for this video, I wanted to create something that might help some of you to start a morning routine. I think sometimes morning routines, or routines in general, can feel a little bit intimidating, because it's like, how do I start my morning other than going to the gym or exercising? Like, what kind of things can I do to have a productive morning? So I actually created a little template for you guys, and this is actually free, so you can go to the description and find the template there. But I just wanted to share with you a little template for you guys to use in your mornings. And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, just a quick little checklist, but it may help some of you for following a routine. Maybe, obviously you will have your own routine, and if you're just getting started, eventually you will find things that you prefer to do over other things. But if you're just getting started, or you just kind of want like a little guide or checklist to look at every morning, you can go to the description and check it out there. There's also some links over on my Instagram that you can find it at Journalish Co. But you can, again, find all of that down in the description as well. If you don't know, I actually sell a lot of digital items, so things that you can use to plan your day on your iPad. So you can also check that out in the description. But like I said, this template is completely free, so you can use it digitally if you would like, or you can print it out. It's a PDF, so you can use it in whatever note-taking app you love. I love GoodNotes. Or you can print it out and just as easily use it that way as well, if you don't want to use it digitally. So the first thing that I have been doing to kind of make my day more productive is making the bed as soon as I get up, because I feel like making the bed, number one, it prevents you from getting back in it. And even if you don't do it as the first thing, I would say making the bed in general, just before you go to work or before you start your day, making your bed. I feel like I've seen so many things about making the bed and how it's just, even though it's something so simple and small, it can make the biggest difference. And if you just make it a habit and do it every single day, it really just gets you in the mindset of like being productive and being ready for the day. So I definitely always try to start my day with making my bed. Then this next thing is kind of something I've been recently doing that I've never really done before, which is drinking an entire glass of water in the morning. I actually have my water here, but I just usually drink it throughout the morning. So I'll wake up about, depending on the day, around like 5 or 6. And then once I make my bed, I'll get some water. And as I'm doing the rest of my morning, I just drink the whole glass, and I try to get the whole glass done before I actually start my day or go to work or whatever. It's just made my days better, because even when I'm at work, and not gonna lie, there's some days that I like just neglect my water bottle and don't drink as much water. At least I know I got some water in. The next two things are actually things that I kind of picked up from the Miracle Morning, which is meditating and doing my affirmations. I remember last year, I got really interested in meditating, and I would meditate a lot in the mornings, and I kind of just fell out of the habit and stopped doing it, and also kind of stopped with affirmations because I was doing that as well. And I really wanted to start picking that back up again and really focus on that moment of stillness. So even if it's literally just like 2 minutes, like it says 10 minutes on the template, but even if it's just 2 minutes, 1 minute, it just gives your brain a moment to pause. Especially like I work a 9-to-5 job, and so working every single day, I'm always talking to people, I'm always doing things, my brain's always thinking. So in the morning, I really like to take the time to just sit in my own thoughts and just really be present and in the moment. I like to just look up on YouTube like random, like I'll just type in like visualization meditation or morning meditation and just do random ones here and there. I really don't have a specific like routine that I follow for meditating. Sometimes I'll just put on some music and sit. Like if you have music that you like to listen to, whether it's with vocals or not, if it's just like meditation music or if it's just a song you like it doesn't really matter. Like I just think taking the time to just really be present and active in that moment is like really just life-changing, and it will help your day go so much better. And kind of the same things for affirmations, saying things out loud to yourself, even if you don't want to say it out loud, just thinking things, it has changed my mindset personally. I really do think affirmations are so helpful because they're personal to you, so you can decide the things that you want in this life and then say those things out loud to yourself. And saying things out loud, it may feel weird at first, but I do think that it helps to just have those things out in the universe. Then everyone tells you to journal. Of course, I feel like everyone says journal in the mornings. And I know that's cliche, but I really have been trying to prioritize journaling. And what that looks like to me is not just sitting down and writing a stream of consciousness for 5 or 10 minutes, because not everybody can do that, and sometimes that's hard for people. I know a lot of people use the 5-minute journal and that helps them just to quickly jot things down, but I really think just any kind of journaling, any writing, maybe it's writing your goals, maybe it's the writing of the affirmations, maybe you just take a quick note of what you want your day to look like, or you write a gratitude, something that you're grateful for, and really make it something positive. But it can be a sentence long, it can be a word, it can be a list, whatever it is. That's what journaling is to me. And I just think keeping a journal in general, I just think is really helpful. And I actually do want to make a video talking about my vision board that I've created, or my vision journal that I've created. But keeping a vision book or a journal of some kind, like, don't get me wrong, I love digital journals and I love digital planners. But personally, when it comes to writing down my thoughts, I really like having something physical that I can just keep with me at all times. And if I have a thought or something's going on, that I can just write in it. And I feel like having something physical just to show my progress and the things that I'm thinking of, I just feel like it helps me a lot. Reading is another cliche, and I feel like a lot of people say, like, read more, read more. And for a very long time, I was not reading. I actually grew up reading all the time. I loved reading, and I just kind of at some point stopped doing it. I was in school for a while, so I had a lot of school work to do, and I just wasn't really in the mindset for like reading for pleasure. It was more just for school or for work. But now that I'm out of school, I've been spending a lot of time reading. And I know some people have super busy schedules, so they don't always get the time to read. But that's why I think spending just 10 minutes, reading 10 pages, 5 pages, a page, whatever it is, like reading just a little bit in the mornings, like each morning, it adds up. And I personally read at night a lot, but I also have started reading in the mornings, and just quickly, like even if it's just a few pages, like just spending some time reading, I think in the morning just helps me again, kind of with the water thing. Like even if I don't read it all that day, I know that I've at least read a page or two and that I'm making progress in whatever book it is. And of course, it's not really about the accomplishment, but it's just spending that time, you know, that you could be scrolling or staring at a screen, just spending that time dedicated to reading, I just think is really powerful. And last thing is movement and exercise. This is something I always try to prioritize, but I just noticed when I didn't have a strict or a good morning routine, I was skipping the gym, I was skipping working out, and I've always had this mindset of going to the gym equals proper exercise, and I've really tried to detach that idea and really just focus on movement I like. So some mornings I do yoga. Actually, a lot of mornings I will just do yoga instead of going to the gym or walking on the treadmill or going for a walk or whatever it is. Or you can find a simple Pilates routine. I know Pilates is super trendy, so if you want to do Pilates, you can do that. Just finding, or 10-minute abs or whatever it is. Some days I'll go on a walk if I, want to go outside and just get some fresh air. Or I will go to the gym and walk on the treadmill or lift some weights or whatever it is that's going to motivate you and that you like to do. That's what you should do. And just make the most of your morning and the exercise that you are doing that day. So that's my morning. That's kind of how I spend my morning. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that, you got something out of it. If you watch this video, most likely you're trying to set up a morning routine or you're trying to better your mornings in some way. So really it just starts small. It's important to not try to overachieve and think you can do more than you can, and just spending that little extra time in the morning doing a few small things, not feeling like you need to spend hours, but just taking a half hour or an hour to do a few little things. And even if you don't do everything on the list that I said, because there are some mornings that I don't do everything on that list. So if there are some mornings that you don't do everything, that's totally fine. And finding what works for you is really important to making the most of your mornings. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead and like it and subscribe if you like me and my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.